Hello everyone and welcome back to another DIY video. I'm going to share with you how I made this privacy folder in my planner. So it's very simple. I got the idea from another planner babe called Watch Becca Plans or Plan, Watch Becca Plan. So you can certainly check out her YouTube video to get the original. At least for me, that was the original video. And yeah, so I shared this with you in a couple videos and asked if you would be interested in me sharing how I made it, because I did want to make another one because this was my first one and it frayed. So I want to make a new one, and a lot of you said yes. So here we go. Here's the paper that I have to work with. I bought these at my local scrapbook store. And it's just textured cardstock. This is the Dusty Rose color. This is the Peony. And then this is Bubblegum. So I got 3 different shades of pink. These are from Simple Stories. And I know that scrapbook.com carries Simple Stories. I bought these in person because it was very convenient and I didn't have to pay for shipping and wait for them to get to me. So I think this might be what the, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? What they're called, color vibe, themed, for lack of better words. So I was thinking of using the Dusty Rose one because it's nice and soft and it goes with most pinks. I really like this one too, but I don't know, it might be a little too bright. I found this in my stash. And I was thinking, like, how can I use this? I bought this, I think, a couple years ago from the same scrapbook store. And it is Simple Stories. And it was a couple, 8.5, what are these, 12 by 12 sheets. And unfortunately, I don't have any left that I could use for the other side, like for the back side, and then to have the flap, which I'm really bummed about because look at how pretty this is, and it's perfect for spring. So I thought, what if I use this as the front and I use this as the back, and then it would fold over like this. But then I don't know. I don't think I like how that looks. I like how streamlined this is because it's one solid color. So that's my dilemma. And I just think that either shades of this pink would look so nice with this. I think preferably the Dusty Rose. It just complements it so well. This would be on the inside, so I wouldn't see that until I open it, but just doing regular flips through my planner, I wouldn't see that. I would see this, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna put that aside. I'm thinking for April to move into my pale pink Anna binder. I haven't used this binder in, I think, since last summer. And she's so pretty. And I just love the shade of pink. So that's why I have this out, because I was looking to see how these would complement it. Yeah. Anyways, that's just what's been going through my mind. I think for now, I'm just gonna do regular, I'm not gonna use this. I'm just gonna keep it simple and use this one solid color. Let me know in the comments though, what do you think? Do you think that this would be okay to have that be the back and then just have the flap go over like that? I mean, it's not a big deal, right? It's plain on the other sides. This would be the inside. And then I would have this be the outside. And you know what the good news is about these? I'm just gonna take my inserts out. The good thing about these is that you can just change the front cover anytime and use whatever you want to as your the part that, like the back side that goes over. So that's kind of cool. So that's why I'm just gonna stick with this for now. As you can see, they're 2 separate pieces of paper. So I can still use this, but I am gonna make a full one with just this cardstock. You know what, I've decided I'm gonna use the Peony. Do you say Peony or Peony? I'm gonna use this one. It's a bit brighter, and with spring coming, this is just speaking to me. All right, so let's use these as my stencil. So it is going to be the exact same size. So you would use whatever size of inserts that you have in your planner. I use personal wide. So I'm gonna just make a couple lines here. So I know that I need one. My top one is just gonna be this exact size of my personal wide. And then my bottom one will be the size of my personal wide, although I think I made this one a little bit wider. Yes, I made it a tad bit wider so that I have room to make my indentations, scoring, I think is what they call it, the professional scrapbookers, to do my scoring. And then in case, because I didn't know over time how thick this would get, so let's say it gets like this thick, you want to have room to be able to still have your flap cross over the top. So yeah, I made this just a little bit wider, and I think I might, yes I do, I have enough room to use the entire 12 inches across, or 12, it's 12 by 12, right? Inches, is that inches? No, that's not 12 inches. Anyways, the full size. Let's get trimming. So I'm going to use my scissors. My paper trimmer isn't big enough for me to fit this whole thing in. So I'm going to trim along the top on the outside of these lines. And then I'll put it through my paper trimmer and do it straight. I just turned my light on because it's 5 o'clock and I'm in front of my window, so I'm using natural light. However, it just felt like it was getting a little bit dark because the way my condo apartment faces, the sun rises in front and goes behind. So as now the sun is probably on the top of the building. So I don't have sun. Oops, wrong way. This part here, because this is where I cut with my scissors, it's not straight. So I almost used this side as my guide. So this side here is the original, and this is the straightest. So that's the side that I want to use before I go across like this and cut on my line. And now I can make this side straight. Okay, so now I have a perfectly measured first side. And then this side here, so again, just make sure you have your straightest edge that you're using as your guide. I have made that mistake many times where I use the other edge and then I cannot figure out why things are not even. So learn from my mistakes. All right. Now I eyeballed this. You use whatever measurements you want. So for example, this one here is 5 centimeters. My flap is 5 centimeters. So I went across a total of just a little over 17.5 centimeters. I don't know my 5/8 and 1/18, or that's probably not even right. So forgive me, but it's 17.5 and it's 3 lines past 17.5. That's how wide this is, so that my flap is just over. It's 5 centimeters and 3 lines. But again, it's your preference. If you want it to, I didn't want it to go right in the middle. You can do that. You can have it so that it just goes over like that, you know, like just a little bit. you know, like just to here, to here. You can have it go all the way to where your rings are. Yeah, it's based on personal preference. So these measurements are by no means like a rule of thumb. This is just what I prefer. I prefer it to be not quite in the middle, just to the right of the middle, if that makes sense. Okay, so then what I did was I used my paper trimmer because I don't have a scoring, I don't have a scoring guide. What do you call that? Tray, not a tray. Scoring board. I can't word today, guys. Have you noticed? I don't have a scoring board, so I just use this because this has the little indentation here for where the blade goes. So I just use that. And you can use a bone folder or you can use the edge of your pencil, just like that, which is what I did. So now let me just measure because I do want this to be the same, same size. So I'm just going to do a teeny tiny dot that's easily erasable. You know what I realized? I want this to be the outside. So I want it to fold over this way. So let me do that again. So it was just over 5 centimeters, right? So that first one is going to be where the first fold is. Okay, so that's my first fold. I'm gonna go ahead and fold that over now. I love it already. That looks so cute. Okay, and then I'm going to do one to the right to just give it a little bit of height so that as this section grows, it'll still be able to fold over and lie flat. So I'm gonna go not too far over. On this one, I think I did it too close. If you can see, there's one score line, and one score line. And then you want to have a little bit of shape to it, if that makes sense. So as it stands right now, like I could fit that many inserts in here. So that's about the same as what I would want here, but I'm gonna probably try and do it just a tad bit wider. Okay, so there are my 2 score lines. So I folded the first one and now I'm going to fold the second. And then, yeah, I'm liking this much better already. See, and then I have a little bit of shape to it. So this gives me an idea of how many inserts I'll be able to fit in here over time. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Okay, so now we're gonna put some holes in here. Round my corners, as I always do. And now I'm gonna put my inserts in and let's see how it looks. I love it. I love it. So it is a tad bit wider than my other inserts, but not so much that it covers my tabs. So I'm okay with that. And again, that's just how I made it. You can make yours so that it is exactly in line. It's, again, it's personal preference. So here's a view from the top. So as this fills up, I'm gonna be thankful that I have all that room to fit confidential information in. And it's not cumbersome. It doesn't take up a whole lot of room. And that's because I made it a little bit wider. You know what? I can see here that I could have made my first score line in a little bit. I made it a little bit wider than what the top page would be, and I didn't realize that. Again, I eyeball it. I don't measure. If you're someone who's really good with measuring, then you'll be able to do a better job at this. But this is okay for me. This is my second one, so, and I do plan on doing more. I've got lots of pretty scrapbook paper, and based on different binders that I'm going to be in throughout the year and the seasons, you know, I've got options, so I do plan on making more to match my decor and the seasons in my planner. So I'm sure that as I do more and more over time, I will get better at it. But I love this. I love how this looks with the blue. I love the little polka dots. It's so pretty. And this is definitely a better, more quality cardstock, I would say. This is scrapbook paper, which is, it's a firm paper, right? Kind of like cardstock, but this is really cardstock. So this has held up well already. There's no fraying, and this one I had the fraying immediately. So yeah, I'm pleased. I'm really pleased with how this looks. This will lie flat over time. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. So you will definitely need your cardstock. I suppose you could use printer paper as well. I haven't experimented with thinner papers, but I recommend a nice cardstock. And I do like the double-sided. This one wasn't double-sided, and it's not a big deal because it's not like I'm in this section a whole lot, but there is something nice about when you open it up and you see something pretty on both sides. So I do like that. But again, it's not necessary. Okay, let's see how it looks with this instead of this as the cover. I think that looks really good and adorable. What do you guys think? I love it. So when you open it up, you'll see the green on the other side, but green and pink go well together. I don't mind that at all. And this isn't a regular part. It's not a dashboard or anything like that. So it's not something that I'll be seeing a whole lot. So yeah, I really like it. I think for spring, this is gonna be perfect. I mean, either one will look great for spring, but yeah, for spring and summer, I think I'm gonna like this a lot. What do you think? Does that look good? I feel like these pinks complement each other, right? I think it matches. I like it. But for now, I'm gonna put this one back on. So yeah, you'll need your cardstock, probably a ruler of some kind, paper trimmer, of course, a hole punch to put it in your binder, and the corner, rounding your corners is totally optional. That's, again, personal preference. And again, you can use either a bone folder or one of these. If you have a scoreboard, well, then you're set. But if you don't, you can improvise using your paper trimmer. All right, I hope this was helpful and gave you some inspiration to make your own. If you do make your own, let me know. And if you're on Instagram, I would love it if you tagged me, because I love seeing, you know, how I give you guys ideas. I love seeing how you make it your own. So I would definitely love and be very grateful if you tagged me. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.